We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros Blabs.
Yo, my N-words, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SidescrollersPlus.com. Good to see everybody. Happy Thursday to you. Are you ready for a great show? You are? Oh, that's good. Oh, it's great to see. Blabs, are you ready for a great show?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
What is it like? Are you ready, kids? Yeah.
Are you going on an adventure, Blabs?
Yeah, every day is an adventure.
Look at you with your little safari cap.
Every day is an adventure. So listen, my hair was looking a little bit flat today, so I was like, it's time for a hat. And I got my nice, cool Rumble gaming shirt on. So
look at you. Look at you and your
There you
little
go.
going on an internet adventure. That's what
yes, every day is an adventure when you're on the internet.
Yes, that's right. That's a great.
Catching strays. Yeah.
Oh man, catching strays left and right.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the epitome of our show. Going on an adventure every
and also
single
just
day.
retarded.
Retarded adventures. Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Adventures with tards.
What?
Adventures with tards.
Okay, I thought you had a hard time saying the word retard. Which I'll tell you this: I saw a video, Blabs, the other day that was talking about it was shaming the word. They call it the R slur.
I know. It actually happened to me once. I in the Harry Potter video of all things, I said that was retarded, and someone came in comments was like, "How dare you use that word in 2026? What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh God."
People, man, they're so soft. It's ridiculous.
Y'all retarded out there.
Unbelievable. I saw our president used it the other day when actually he was saying what Kim Jong-un said about Joe Biden, and people were like, "How dare Trump say that?" And
So he was quoting someone.
right. So,
Amazing.
so people were upset that Kim Jong-un said that about Joe Biden, that Trump said that he said. So
That's insane.
yeah, it was
Shocking.
awesome. Great stuff.
Amazing.
Someone who I'm positive definitely has this in her vernacular. Everyone welcome Mal to the show. Mal, great to see you. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Look at that.
I
We're
like
gonna
to
give you
use the R word myself on occasion.
the R slur. I'll tell you what. Glad you're with us. The slur. By the way, the word slur itself is a really gross word.
Yeah.
Slur.
It sounds like slurp. That's why.
Slur,
Kind of sounds like a slur in itself, actually.
right?
Like just I just call saying slurs just all over the place.
Kind of like, I don't know. Like there's words that I just don't like. Slur is one of them. It is, panties is a gross word. Moist, yeah. Like several. Like what is the word that y'all just like kind of cringe at? You know, cringe is one.
Yeah. You know what? The words that are funny though? Cork, pork, and pinky. Those are funny words.
I thought you were gonna rhyme there.
I thought she was going to work too.
I've always thought they were funny. Like I remember being like high school in my AP English class, mind you, and I'd be like, "Those are funny words," and the teacher would be like, "Oh God, yeah."
Cork.
Cork, pork, and pinky.
Those are the words, huh?
They're funny words to me. They make me giggle.
Okay. Well, someone who I'm positive has a cork, pork, pinky, also has a giant just lexicon of slurs in his vocabulary. Please welcome, straight from the hood, celebrating his birthday today, it's Phoenix. Hello, Phoenix.
What up, dogs? Thank you. Happy to be here as always on my birthday. Thank you. Yeah, I've got plenty of slurs I'd love to say. You just let me know when I can release them. Just let me know.
Rumble exclusive.
But do you have the cork, pork, pinky?
No, that I don't. That I stay away from. That's a little too far for me. That's dancing on the edge, Craig. Dancing on the edge.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Put this down.
Word is fine, but cork, pork, and pinky. Ooh,
Ah.
That's
Cork, pork, and pinky. It's like some like story for kids on like PBS.
I was gonna say it definitely has some sort of definitely like a Saturday afternoon show. Get home from school, I'm gonna watch some Cork, Pork, and Pinky. Hey, on WB. You know. All right. Well, anyways,
Cork, pork, and pinky, and they're like superheroes or whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna
I'm
make a story.
I'm feeling like we're developing out some lore here that can be made in AI really, really soon.
They could be about the three little pigs, actually.
There we go.
Yeah, we got, I'm not sure how Cork exactly works, but pork, obviously, and then Pinky, like I don't know. I could totally see that.
Well, I think the fun of it is that you make pork not a pig, right?
No.
Pork's like a cat or something, and the other two are little pigs or something like that. Whatever. Anyways.
He's a sugar glider.
Okay. There you go. There we go. Thank you, Blabs. I love that.
I'm gonna start writing.
Please get on that, Blabs. That's wonderful. All right. If you are new and you'd like to subscribe to the Cork, Pork, and Pinky Show, you can do so over on YouTube and on Rumble. Join the 142,000 just normal men who have found us over on Rumble. The nearly 43,000. I'm sorry. The 142,000 who found us over on YouTube. The nearly 43,000 who have found us over on Rumble. By the way, over on Side Scrollers Plus, we are now in the top 5 most followed shows, the gaming shows over on Locals. You can make a free account. I would love if you just joined and made a free account today over on Side Scrollers Plus, because we're actually tied with Flawed with the total number of free members we have over there. And I'd really love to shove it in his face, just him being totally honest. Like, I would love to be like, hey, Flawed, fuck off. You know what I mean? Even though he's going to be on the show here in like a week.
Yeah, let's really fuck over that father-to-be. Fuck that guy. Yeah.
What an asshole, huh?
What an asshole.
Hey, let's put him in the poorhouse before he has an opportunity to take care of his kids. Let's go. Anyways, and if you really, really like the show, you can, actually, no, we don't have that promo code free anymore. Never mind. Sorry, we don't have that. Bummer. Can't use that. But I will tell you what. We do have something spectacular today on the show. Yesterday, we had a knockdown, drag-out fight when it came to the showdown between McDonald's and Burger King. And it led us to an ongoing conversation about chicken wings. Mal, you got any thoughts on chicken wings? You a big fan of the chicken wings?
I love chicken wings.
Man,
Why was that like female Forrest Gump?
I loved it. Oh, man. Mal, we need to have you on more. I found out Mal likes chicken wings and Mal likes Zelda. And we're going to talk about both those today.
I'll pass on the purple drink, though.
No purple drink today?
No purple drink. No, thank you.
Okay. Did you hear? She kind of went hood there for a second. Did you hear that?
Purple drink.
Phoenix, you're from the hood. Did she sound like somebody?
She said it exactly correct. Yep.
Okay.
Innocuous.
Shit.
Yeah, dog.
All right. Well, Phoenix, you being from the hood, you also have control of the showdown, which I'm going to go to you and give us everyone's incredible battle today in the showdown.
Here we go.
Today's Side Scroller Showdown. The Battle of Food. As the escalator falls from the sky, it is a battle of chicken wings, boneless wings versus bone-in wings. Today, which will reign supreme, bone-in versus boneless? Huh? Mal, do you have any thoughts on this?
Personally, I like bone-in. Because it just feels a lot more natural instead of the boneless. I don't know. It's more primal, I guess. I don't know. But bone and wings are the way to go. It just is, okay?
You like the primal wings. I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Blabs,
God, I get so messy.
getting all them bones, huh, Mal?
Yeah.
Blabs, what about you? Are you a boneless or a
I like boneless, to be honest, because it's just too messy, and I'm a lady, so I don't like getting too messy.
Okay, so you like chicken nuggets? Got it. Sounds good.
Yeah, no, we've discussed this already yesterday. There's a huge difference. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Phoenix?
So I actually like boneless because I like to live in a fantasy world where meat just comes from a store and it doesn't come from adorable animals. That's why.
Okay. So you just like... Do you like the dino shaped?
Yeah, I need it. If they're cut into little fun shapes, that's even better.
Oh, good. All right, well, let us know.
I require my steak is also in a dinosaur shape as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. if there was a restaurant that serves steak in various shapes, oh, that'd be spectacular. Well, let us know what you think about today's bone-in versus boneless showdown. You can vote with your super chats, direct donations, Rumble rants, preferably your direct donations as your dollar goes further. Also via Rumble Wallet, which we'll talk about a little bit later on, as they've been a great partner of the show over the last couple months, which is great. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button and join us today as, hey, thumbs up. I think Leaflet did confirm yesterday that if you hit the thumbs up, your penis actually does get bigger.
I need to do that more often then.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have a dick?
Mel, are we learning something about you?
Depends on the mood. Sometimes it's about 12 inches long, 3 inches wide while
Wow,
flaccid.
you were hitting that like button like crazy, my dog. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, come on, bigger's always better. What can I say?
That's awesome. All right, here we go. Let's get into this, friends. We have a lot to go on to today. Oh, you know what? I do need to pull this up. Let me make sure I get that real quick. Reese came in and says, Blabs, you may be going on an internet adventure, but what do you do when you see a lion?
Hope that I can run faster than the person standing next to me.
Wow. I love the idea of you just taking somebody and yoink.
Yeah, she's just going to push him towards him.
Straight
Dinner's
up
on
sacrificing.
you, literally.
Golly. Fucking remind me not to take you to the zoo, Blabs. Jesus. Lord. VJ came in with a Rumble subliminal message tax. Thanks, VJ. Appreciate that. That's excellent. Jason J says we've officially found the pinky from Pinky and the Brain. Wouldn't that be weird if Pinky and the whatever? Yeah, I like it. Rod Belmondo came in and says Blabs looks like the bug catcher kid from Pokemon games.
Gotta catch them all.
C. Thomas Peasant says Amalga Gump. Bone-in wings are wings. The other are just chicken nuggets with extra steps and cope. The debate is always foul. See, that's a pun.
Badumtis.
Yes. I guess that's bone-in. 10 for bone-in right there from C. Thomas Peasant. A young stove came in, says, with 2, says, Phoenix might want to vote bone-in. Hassan, he said, heart nugs. That's 2 for the nuggets right there. And Hayden Wayne says, boneless wings don't exist. Those are just breast nuggets. I'm with Mal. Bone-in for the win. 10 for the bones right there. Thank you, Hayden.
Oh.
Appreciate that.
Only true Chads eat bone and wings.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, Phoenix. Not a
Damn it.
not a
Because I'm
true
not
Chad.
Chad.
All right, we got a lot to get to today, guys. Thank you very much for your support early on. Let's have a great show, kick some ass, and have a nice, wonderful
names.
conversation. Yeah, we're gonna maybe take a few names today. Probably not.
Kind of like
but,
in Avengers, where Mantis gets confused and she's like, take ass and kick names.
We're gonna be taking all the ass today. It's time for hard news. Let's go. So, do you recall a couple days ago when we were getting super chats from people who were like, I live in California and there's a big fire happening that's going on. Do you guys remember that a couple days ago? We had people coming in talking about that. It was very interesting to hear that. And we were like, we were kind of joking about it. Well, we have an update on that. Turns out that was a giant toilet paper factory that went up in flames right here. And this was a just totally engulfed this in, people are joking about, how much am I going to pay for toilet paper? How am I going to wipe? It's all going to go up. It's going to be cost as much as oil. And it was a giant flaming building that just went up. Mal, did you see this?
I did not.
Yeah, look at that. That's all toilet paper right there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, guess what? The idiot who started it had posted his video on social media. Like, what a dummy. He actually posted himself doing it, and it was all built around spite because he didn't think he was making enough money.
should have paid us enough to fucking live. You know, we may not get paid enough to fucking live, but these bitches dirt cheap. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. All you had to do was pay us enough to fucking live. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. There goes your inventory.
All right. So you can see it right there. Dude lit it up, ready to go. And, oh, hold on.
Yesterday, Craig said he was going to make crochet a male-dominated hobby. This is for your yarn fund. Happy birthday, Phoenix.
Octo Bunny Cat, thank you so much for the $25 for my crochet male-dominated hobby in my yard fund. Appreciate that. I will put that to it. Thank you very much, Octo Bunny Cat, with the direct donation text-to-speech. Appreciate that greatly. Okay, so the guy who sets fire to this, we know who he is now, right? And he was 29-year-old Chamel Abdul Karim, and he was making apparently $18.85 an hour before protesting the unlivable wage and then burned down his employer, right? And once again, for the 150 other people that worked in this right here.
I think it's ironic that this guy's name's almost like Charmin, like the other competing toilet paper brand.
Well, the irony of that is that if his name is like Charmin, he's also soft as fuck.
Yeah.
For this action right here.
I think it's ironic also that he complains about not being able to afford living. Well, now he'll be able to live with like full meals in jail forever. So it's a win for him.
That is true.
But you just have to pay for it. 3 hot meals a day, a bed.
A bed, yeah.
Physical.
Probably getting a bar of soap and whatever else comes with that. Have fun.
He's a commie minority. Hard to say. He might actually walk away with a fucking mansion. Who knows? It's California.
Well, here is the aftermath of this, and it is brutal. Like, that is unbelievable. They just burnt down the entire structure itself. And here's the thing about it, right?
Where was the sprinklers, by the way, in a paper factory?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of truth in that for sure. But you can see it's literally just a shell. The outside of it is fine. The inside totally burnt. And I think it's actually pretty amazing that it was contained to just the inside. Pretty amazing. So this guy burns down this entire toilet paper factory. And a lot of people are like praising this. They're like, "Oh, way to go! You show the man," right? I saw someone in the chat say, "Well, he's not wrong though." Well, I don't. You can say what you want about livable wage, but you know what he just did? He just put 150 people out of work. Like that's what happened. And I posted this over on X. Said the company collects the insurance money now, right? Let's all the coworkers go while they rebuild. And now they have no income, and you go to jail. You really showed them, man, right? Phoenix, I know you had something to say on this online as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, I found the whole thing fucking just really, really stupid. Obviously, if you find that the wage isn't sufficient, why did you take the job? If somehow you're confused by that whole matter, then why didn't you move on to a different job if that didn't happen? So to me, this is just like typical. It's just you're finding an excuse to be a psychopath because that's what psychopaths do. And in this case, this is clearly a communist idiot who's trying to make a point. That's why he filmed himself doing it. And now I'm nervous that it's going to inspire other commie retards to kind of do the same. My father worked 3 jobs. This is back when I imagine this idiot would probably say that wages were fair, let's say. Life is not always going to be fair. And what you do is instead of cursing at the universe, you actually do, especially as a man, you do something about it and you work your ass off. And then eventually that leads to some kind of success. And now you don't have to worry about it anymore. But this is obviously just the typical, that generation of woe is me. And so everything literally needs to burn down. It's just the commie mentality.
Now, what do you think about all this?
I mean, he's obviously psychotic. But at the same time, like, he's made like where I live, $18 and what 25 cents or whatever it was. That's actually a pretty decent wage. But I looked up the minimum wage in California, and it's $16.90 is the minimum wage there, which is crazy to me. And so when you increase the minimum wage, and not even really gradually, because apparently in 2016 it was $10, and so within the past 10 years has it increased almost $7, which is a very actual sharp raise in a short amount of time period. It definitely puts pressure on the people and makes things a lot harder to actually pay for, because these companies instead of cutting costs elsewhere, they just raise the prices instead, and then it creates this huge imbalance. And so even though $18.25 sounds nice, it's still actually pretty low wage in the grand scheme of things. Not that he should be burning down a building, obviously, but it just really seems like consequences of California's actions once again, on top of the fact that he has a Star Wars name and he shouldn't be here in the first place, too. So, all of this is completely preventable if we actually had like good policies.
I like you very much.
So what I think is most amazing about this, like we live in the United States of America, the land of opportunity, right? And dude, to mirror what you were saying, Phoenix, if you don't like your wage, you can literally do anything else that you want. Anything. You can go find another job at any point in time. You may have to take a day off. You can search online. You can grind, you can hustle, you can do whatever you need to do, right? To find that. It's up to you to find success, however that is. And this person felt that finding success would be spending the next decade in a jail cell, right? That's what they chose to do. By the way, 28, 29 years old, going to miss out their entire decade of their 30s because of this, at least, right? I don't know how long they're going to be put in jail. You know what? It's Gavin Newsom's California. He may not even go to jail, right? he may not even go to jail. Who knows? But it's such a victim mentality. And that's the saddest thing about this that I'm not on board with.
Why did you take the job to begin with? Like that's the thing. And then also like, it's just always, it would always this kind of mentality. It's like, look, all right, I understand that does suck, but then get a roommate and doing whatever you are. And that way you share the rent, whatever it is, there's ways of doing this, but the immediate response is always victimhood every single time, as opposed to what can I do to better myself? Life will always be unfair. It was unfair to everybody. It was unfair to the cavemen that didn't have the technology that we had, that didn't have the means of just making an easy fire, but you persevere, and you always find a way. And then, hey, asshole, then when you find success, you know what? Then maybe with some power, do your best to try and make some change politically or whatever to help the little guy underneath you make just as much, whatever it is. But the victimhood and burn it all to the ground literally solves nothing. It never solves anything. Be the inspiration of what you're hoping to aspire to, inspire others to do the same. Pick each other up, find some hope. That's how you make change, not literally burning shit to the ground. It achieves nothing.
Well, it achieved some jail time, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
But it's honestly, you're right. The copycat nature of it is dangerous, right? But once again, the biggest loser in all this is the people who worked there, who relied on that income. The 150 people who lost their job because this fuckface felt he wanted to stick it to the man, right? Who was in the big toilet paper, like it's not big pharma, big toilet paper over it. What a fucking asshole. I think we all agree. The biggest loser is ultimately the people who lost their jobs, and ultimately this guy who's going to be getting stuck to the man.
And like everyone in the area with itchy assholes will not be using toilet paper for the next 2 months, too.
Itchy assholes. Wow, that's kind of gross.
You can't wipe. What else do you do?
What do you do in that situation?
A big bidet company moves in over there.
Yeah.
Yes. The bidet company is about to go crazy. It's goodness nice. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to our next story, which is outstanding. But first, Yeti came in with 10, says, I'll take my wings boneless with a side of onion rings. Let's go. onion rings. Do you guys like onion rings or French fries?
I'm French fries.
I like both.
Neither.
Wow.
Whoa. Are you a tater tot type of gal?
I don't really like fried food in general.
Oh, okay.
Look at you. All right, nice. Being all health conscious and stuff. Give me all of them fried onion rings. Let's go. Soul Silver says, since Phoenix likes his chicken wings boneless, then that means he likes baby food too. Send these to bone-in wings, since I'm not that privileged.
How much is that for?
$5 right there. Marmalin for $20. There's a bunch of men here talking about how they like to suck on bones today. $20 for boneless. Thanks, Marmalin. Gabe for $4.99 says, Phoenix, when are you going to break up with Blabs and tell her you've been dating Kirsha the whole time? Jiggly Saint came in with $5 Canadian says, if we get to the alphabet soup to say its name backwards, does it go back to its own dimension? Also $5 for bone-in wings, because I like to suck on the bone. All right. We're about to get to that story here in a second. Triple J for $20. Thank you so much, Triple J. Says bone-in wings all the way. Nothing can satisfy me with wings being boneless. It is satisfying to eat spicy chicken wings down to the bone. All right, man, you guys are very passionate about your chicken wings.
Oh, yeah.
Zydo came in and says, give me extra saucy adult chicken nuggets. I want to pork down as many possible and bones get in the way. I guess pork down, yeah. It's $10 for chicken nuggets right there. Mayonnaise Chase says, wow, burning a...
This is why it's important to teach basic economics in school. It's because of that simple fact that people who vote for politicians who promise free stuff are the dumbest people on earth, and that's deliberate. This for boneless wings. Dino Nuggies.
Dino Nuggies. That's $25 for Dino Nuggets right there from Hippie Tree Hugger. Thank you very much. Mayonnaise Chase says, wow, burning a building is illegal? Who'd have thunk? Don't be weak. Bone in. $5 for bone in. My gut says this is going to be a very, very highly contested showdown today.
Yeah. I gotta say, I think, like, if I was on a date and I went to a wings place, I'm definitely getting bones, because it is a little effeminate to not have the bones. I think, like a dude, you have to have the boned wing. I think that's what you have to do.
Is
I
it
told
like
you, True Chad. Sal.
Yeah, no, I do kind of agree with you. I do kind of agree.
I like the idea that eating bones is eating bone-in wings is an aphrodisiac. You're like just nibbling on that bone or whatever. B. Barrett says, crocheting is an addictive hobby. You quickly get hooked. Thank you, B. Barrett, for that pun. It's wonderful. Xylon says, how are people this dumb allowed to vote? Great question. Commodore fan says, if you don't make enough to live off your job, take a second job. Start to look for better work, or look at your spending. I make slightly less than that guy, and my own estate, 2 houses, and I own my estate, 2 houses, car, etc. Go get it, Commodore fan. Let's go.
Oh, nice, Commodore.
Outstanding. Enrique fan says, so he started one small fire. Fire department came in to shut down the water sprinkler system to avoid more damage. Then he starts more fires with the compromised H2O. Thank you very much, Enrique. Appreciate that. Professor Plague Bat. Oh, shit.
Greetings and salutations, side scrollers and amalgamate. Amal, show the crew the N-bomb comic. Hard choice, like both, but I will have to go with boneless wings for me.
Ooh, all right. Show the crew the N-bomb comic. Now?
Oh. I mean, I can send it to you. Give me a second. But you know, we like to be a little spicy on the Rumble only streams sometimes. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
We like nuclear bombs.
Oh, that's nuclear bomb. God, it sounds good. Relingo came in with $50.
Wait, how much was that for?
Boneless. 50.
Okay, bone.
$50. Plus, why don't you read off a couple more of these, then we'll go to our next story here, which is much more advanced
You have
than
to do some
N-bomb.
boobs, right?
Yes, we do. I'm going to put Relingo on the wall.
Okay, Professor Plaguebat for 20 says no business obligated to pay you enough to live, which is different from person to person anyway. He should have negotiated higher wages or found another employer. If not that, live within your means. Thank you very much.
I think the moral of the story is just like what he definitely should not have done was burn down the warehouse like that.
Yes.
Right?
That's pretty much the summary.
Lord of the Ree for 20 says baby Ree was born on Monday. We just got home with him this morning. 8 pounds 4 ounces of future
congrats.
fascism. Normal men, if I can do it, so can you. Oh, chat, bone and wings because I'm American. That's 20 for the bone. Congratulations.
Let's go. Hey, dude, life just got so much better. Congratulations. Have more
Congrats.
babies. Have more babies. Yes, let's go.
Zim for 5 says F ice. Also, wages too low. Also, you guys still looking to hire a social media manager? If so, how can I apply?
So on that front, I have brought on somebody to handle our social media. They will begin starting Tuesday next week. So we'll still be a little silent from a social media side up until next week. I don't want to say who or anything like that because I don't want to put a spotlight on them. We're just going to do a test for a while and see how it goes. But I feel like this person will do a great job. So, but thank you to everybody who put it. I emailed everybody back who sent in all their information. I mean, we had probably 20, 25 people who have sent in information asking about it, inquiring. So greatly appreciate y'all supporting your enthusiasm about it. I have made a decision and we're going to move forward with that. So thank you guys very much.
Real fast, Amalgamite sent me the N-bomb, so I can share that real fast. Why can't I? Let me out of here. There we go. So this is basically an arch land. So N-bomb. N.
Oh, okay.
For Arch.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Is that Arch over? That was Arch
Yeah.
over
Yeah, but there was one stream where he was being an extra asshole, and so I kept threatening that I was going to use the N-word on his
You're
stream.
being an AA.
Yes.
Extra asshole. Oh, that'd be an EA. I'm thinking ass. Anyway, Marmalin for 10 says, work hard and if it pays off, if you're a piece of shit, if you're a piece of shit that expects any job equals, comfy lifestyle, you're retarded and live in a delusional world. Boneless, happy birthday, Phoenix, don't suck bones clean. That was all one sentence, by the way.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
Phoenix
So, yeah.
is
That's 10 for boneless.
Phoenix is the is culture Jesus while also being a bone sucker.
I do love being a bone sucker.
CR Vox came in with $20. Says that moron doesn't realize Scott's toilet paper will just file an insurance claim and move their inventory from another state. To the CEO, this is just a minor inconvenience. $20 for bone-in wings. Happy birthday, Phoenix. You are correct.
Thank you.
What an idiot that guy is. And let's see. We also had Ranger George says the guy who burned the warehouse down absolutely did not have any normal high ground. Yes, many companies could afford to pay better, but nobody forced him to take that job. By burning down the warehouse, he's taken away the livelihood of other employees and put lives at risk. Firefighters, anyone who may have entered the warehouse as he was doing this. It's narcissistic psychopath behavior. McCarthy was right about commies. Happy birthday,
Yes.
Phoenix.
Oh, thank you.
You can decide where the $10 goes.
I'm gonna, me? I get to
Yeah,
decide?
you get to decide. It's
I'm
your
going
birthday.
boneless. Thank you. 10 for boneless.
All right, Phoenix, let's get an update real quick before we move on to
Sure.
our next story.
Here we go. We got $137 for
Oh.
boneless and $95 for your standard bone-in wings.
Wow.
Very
that's
close fight.
Kind of shocking right there. Mal, your thoughts on boneless wings on top of bone wings right there?
I mean, I'm actually not that surprised because boneless wings are easier to eat. You know, feels like they have more meat on them. You know, not as messy. You know, like there's definitely actually a lot of convenience factor to go with boneless. That practically they should actually win. But I like the primal feeling, and they taste better when they're bone in wings. So it's just more natural that way.
Getting boned is more natural.
Yes.
Got it.
As
Sounds
a
good.
woman, yes.
Okay. with your 12-inch, 3-inch wide bone.
yeah, and yeah, exactly.
Excellent. All right, we need to get Buffalo Wild Wings to sponsor our show. I feel like
Dog.
that'd be a great thing. Do like the Happy Gilmore where you get a card, you can just go in anytime and have as much Buffalo Wild Wings as you want. All right. So excited to talk about this. Did you see our thumbnail today? Sure you did. That's why you're watching the show over on YouTube.
I do love that it's completely going off the template. I love that.
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Me too.
I thought that was intentional.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, yeah.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. That is not me just hitting the keyboard a lot. That is actually well, we have a new password that just dropped. This courtesy of Canada right here.
Deal with the ongoing genocide of MMIW G2SLGBTQIA+. This is abhorrent.
There's a lot going on there.
Imagine she had to just practice saying that over and over and over again, because there's no way in hell someone's just going to be able to memorize that in one go.
And she said it so perfectly straight, too, like with no tripping whatsoever,
She practiced
serious.
so hard on this. She memorized her new Wi-Fi password.
So, do we know what MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA+ means?
Wow.
I do now after researching it this morning, yes.
Phoenix, do you know what the MMIWG means?
I have no fucking clue.
All right. Mal, any guess? Have you seen this? Do you know?
I saw a tweet from Savvy where she said the what it was supposed to be, which is insane.
Okay. MMIWG means missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. So we are now combining missing and murdered
Why didn't they just
women
say
and
females?
girls into the LGBTQ ideology.
I can make this so much easier. Not white guy. Like that's all they now have to do. Just make it not white guy.
Well, listen,
NWG.
That's it.
You may think this is a joke. All right. You may, but listen,
Shame on me, yeah.
I'm here to tell you what. MMIWG to LGBTQ
Sounds like a rap.
IA plus is definitely not a joke.
gosh.
And this guy's going to tell you why.
Many people online have been mocking the MMIWG2S LGBTQIA+ acronym, making out that it's some kind of joke. MMIWG2S LGBTQIA+ was simply an upgrade from LGBTQIA+ in order to be more inclusive to missing people in Indigenous communities. Comparing MMIWG2S LGBTQIA+ to a strong password or the next sequel in the Call of Duty franchise is not only grossly offensive, but deeply disrespectful to those communities who are simply asking for us to adjust our language and broaden the LGBTQIA+ acronym in order to include more people. Upgrading acronyms is actually pretty normal. So when you deliberately don't say MMIWG2S LGBTQIA+, when you could say MMIWG2S LGBTQIA+, we know that you're being deliberately exclusionary and simply trying to hurt people's feelings. Unfortunately, some people within the MMIWG2S LGBTQI community are they themselves refusing to use the MMIWG2S LGBTQI acronym when they could easily do so simply by using a few more letters.
Yeah,
so if
it's
you
a
are a
parody.
member of the MMIWG
Absolutely. He's pointing out how absolutely
how
fucking
absurd it is.
ridiculous this is.
Okay,
Yes,
like, this
yes.
has to be a parody.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
have a game for us to play. We all each have to say that like the initials really, really fast. Who can do it? Pull it back up so we have it on screen so we can read it, and I want to see who can do it.
Is this one of those like say it this many times fast?
Yeah,
type
but
of
it's just
thing?
the one time because we're not gonna be able to do it more than once. Go on,
All
Craig.
right.
Or you take a
MMIWG
shot.
Yes, every time you stumble through it. MMIWG2SLGBTQIQQQIA+.
There's no way I can do that.
Go, Blast, go.
All right, MMIWG2SLGBTQQI+.
I think you messed up at the end. I think
Yeah,
so.
I think I forgot the A.
Can you
Phoenix?
say double M? Like, or are we just saying the...
MM. I think it's MM.
Well, no, if you say double M, Phoenix, it really minimizes the impact.
Good point.
Yeah,
I do
you're minimizing
apologize.
the
Stop
women.
being so
I need to do
bigoted,
better.
Phoenix.
I
Jesus.
can't help it.
Stupid white guy.
Unbelievable.
I apologize, everybody, so much. Okay, MMIWGS2LGBTQQIA+.
It's like we're pledging allegiance over here. Mal?
I'm gonna trip on the third letter. MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA+.
Wow.
The double Q in there is the like there's a lot going on there.
Because you never do say Q back to back in like any English words, do you?
Yeah, the longest variation I know about this is LGBTQIA2S+, I believe. That's the
You've
longest
lost
variation that I
Phoenix.
know of. And then I
It's like
believe
a
the
fucking
2S
serial number.
or is it TS? I can't exactly remember, but it stands for Twin Spirited, and that also originated from Canada as well. Fun fact. Do
Oh,
you
of
know what
course it
Twin
did.
Spirited is?
Yes, actually, I'm sorry, Mal. It's Two Spirit.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry. I listen. I thought I was an expert in LGBTQIA plus AU alphabet soup.
No, actually, you're incorrect. It is MMIWG2S LGBTQQIA plus. Can you please stop being such a bigot?
Yeah.
No, I
on our
can't.
show? Oh, okay. Well, what's interesting about this is this is confusing to people. I don't know why it's
I
so
don't
confusing
either.
to people, which is going to bring us to this video here and the spelling test for this. Have you guys seen this?
No.
JD, if you spell this word correctly, you will be crowned this year's Scripps National Spelling Bee Champion. The word is Meathwig 2 Slug Buck E plus.
Can you give me the country of origin, please?
Yes, of course. The country of origin is none other than Canada.
Can you give me the definition, please?
A single word used to describe every minority group ever conceived, including several that are still pending approval.
Mish Wig 2 Slug Bupku Ia E plus. Can you use it in a sentence?
You are not a member of the Maywig 2 Slug but QQEA plus community, therefore we will not be hiring you for this position.
Me Wig 2 Slug Baku EA plus. MMIWG 2 SLG
So stupid.
B T Q I A plus.
That is correct. You are this year's National Spelling Bee Champion. Congratulations.
Let's go.
And if that was a Pokemon Go competition, he would have been disqualified for cheering.
Oh, that's right.
He passes DI programming so far. Wait 6 months, you have to take it again.
I gotta play something real fast. I'm only play the first 5 seconds, but this is what it reminds me of. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Blabs. I just want to. Okay, well, let me play this little clip. This is from 2017. Jordan Peterson was here talking about this. And tell me if this isn't prophetic. 9 years ago.
You might be noticing that the LGBT set of acronyms keeps growing, eh? And it's kind of a form of its own parody in some sense. It's like, well, I'm oppressed. It's like, yeah, you are. And well, I'm oppressed too. Yeah, you're also oppressed. And maybe I'm even oppressing you, being part of this other marginalized group, but at least we share our oppression. Well, I'm also oppressed. Well, so am I. I'm oppressed too. It's like...
Which, pretty damn right? So I'm actually going to read you, give you the exact rundown of what that means, the MMIWG, okay? So just so everybody's on the same page, okay? The literal breakdown is missing and murdered Indigenous women and children, two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, asexual, plus any other sexual gender identities not listed. So everybody but a white guy.
Correct.
Right? Like you said, Phoenix. Everybody that's not white, not a white guy right there.
Not white guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the plus is supposed to be there for, like, at least the original, like, LGBTQ plus, even though the queer is also supposed to be the ones that are, like, the non-conforming. Like, the plus is there so you don't actually have to make it the alphabet soup. And yet they keep on adding more and more and more until it's just its own, I don't even know anymore. Gobbledygook.
Right? Surely they see the parody aspect of this. Like, someone has to... That No, you don't think so?
No, I think the narcissism is too deep. I don't think you could come up with something like this unless your narcissism was so on overdrive, because you're looking at all that and going like, okay, I feel represented now. Like I've got my little letter in there or whatever. Like, so I don't think they see the parody. I think all these people are either narcissists or absolutely out of their mind. I think that's it. So you talk to a crazy person or a narcissist, and I think they go, well, that makes total sense. I don't think they can laugh at themselves.
Yeah, I mean, DI means it does stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. They've been trying to get representation pushed, their version of representation pushed for the past, 15 years now. Like, you have to have the black character, you have to have the woman, you have to have the trans in there. Like, if they don't see them in modern media or video games or whatever the case is, that just doesn't exist. And therefore, you're a bigot. So they have to have the extension of the acronym there.
I just go back, I mentioned somebody being like, yo, dude, this is pretty stupid. This is pretty, like, at a certain point, somebody's got to be like, don't you realize we're all kind of looking down? I go back to the greatness of Not Another Teen Movie. You guys remember this movie? Not Another Teen Movie? Where he turns around and he goes, Mitch, stop.
Oh, Mitch, cut it out.
Stop. And he's like, mouths to him, stop. It's so funny. Anyways, that's what I think somebody should do. Cut it out. Stop. But we all know that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen at all. He's like, fuck no, dude.
No, it's going to get longer. That's for shit sure. 100% going to get longer.
How long until this becomes longer than the actual alphabet?
What are we at now? What, 16 or something?
Let's see. How many letters is that? Let's find out. I mean, technically it's infinite.
You mean you couldn't count right there?
I could have, yes, but I'm trying to do a show right now. That's 14 letters.
Oh, so it's 14, close. So 14
letters.
Almost halfway there.
14 letters, one number, two and one symbol. So 16.
I think they stop
characters.
around 20. I think we'll get to 20, and then they'll come up with some symbol or some salute that they have to do to just say it.
A salute.
I mean, they're forgetting non-binary, they're forgetting asexual, they're forgetting aromantic, they're forgetting pansexual, they're forgetting the disabled as well.
The blind.
Yeah. So they're adding missing and murdered women for some reason, which is not a sexuality. So I'm sure, like, I don't know, wheelchair bound or so. I'd like.
Well, I guess that's where I come back to. Missing and murdered indigenous women and girls is not a sexuality.
I know. It doesn't matter to them. It really doesn't. That's why this will keep going and go. You'll have like bad taste buds in there. You'll have. It'll just be getting lamer and lamer as it goes.
Okay. Well, we'll be here to cover that story.
Boy, howdy.
As it continues to get lamer and lamer right there. All right. You know what's not lame? Your support. Blabs, why don't we read off some of that while we get some super chats and get an update on our bone-in wings versus boneless wings battle.
Yep. And I hope you should check the private chat, by the way.
I will.
Mr. Rich Low for 2 says, this was all just a nefarious plot by the big bidet. I agree. I Nightcall for 10 says, joke's on you. I used dude wipes. Toilet paper was so 2020. Alabama man. I was going to say something else. Boneless wings or nuggets with sauce. That's for $1.99. The Vigilant for $1.99 says popcorn chicken are not wings. Bone and wings, so $1.99 for bone. A Serious Man for 5 says California has a $20 minimum wage for McDonald's workers. Why didn't the arson just get a job selling delicious boneless chicken nuggets? Good question. I'm guessing that's boneless. $5 for boneless. Emerald for 2 says I've grown to like bone-in wings more over time. That's 2 for bone. Young Stove for 2 says, looks like Bret Hart is on safari. Anyway, bones. That's right, I am. That's 2 for bones. Magic for 2 says, Big Hope's new MGR editor will be spectacular. Thank you. Reese Kane he sent multiple parts. So for the first part, he says, not sure if you have it in your area, but we have a place called Quaker Steak and Lube that has a really good wings, bone in and less, with a very diverse list of hot sauces.
I have heard about that. Yeah.
That's 2 for bone in. Endless. I don't know. So hang on a sec. Let's see what the second part is. And Reese also says, my personal favorite is the Arizona ranch sauce, which is the hottest I have that still retains flavor. Everything above is just heat for heat's sake. Well, he's not saying which one. He says both. So there's nothing for them. And okay. Thank you, Reese, for the 4. Toxic for 10 says, bone in. I get locally raised organic chicken wings if I want wings. Sure, they are hard to eat, but they're tasty and they are what they say they are. That's true. That's 10 for bone in. Vescarbino sent 100 kicks over on Kick. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks very much, Vescarbino. Hey, everybody over on Kick.
Hi. I think his name is Xylon. For 2 says, I never wanted Game Awards till they said I couldn't. Thank you. John for 5 says, middle wing piece is the best chicken. Bone in. That's 5 for bone in. Marmalin says, to be fair, my grandma used to eat chicken wings legs and then crack the bones in half and suck the bone marrow out. So I have that as a reason to not be keen on bone-in chicken. So that is boneless for 10. Marmalin also says, I can smell the estrogen coming off this bald fuck through this fucking screen.
Well, it was parody, but yes.
Nwal, I think his name is. What the left won't tell you is jobs illegals are taking would pay an American a living wage. Bone-in wings for 2. Seaman for 2 says LGTVHDMRIACA2 ++uno. Thank you.
maybe that's what we just call them from here on out. Just Uno.
Bike Shorts for 5 says, notice that they put the new letters in front. They're trying to erase the LGB. They're trying to take over.
Oh, wow.
That's true. Toa for 2 says, I will not call them LGHDTV4K120. Victus for 10 says, that location in Wales now has competition with that acronym WOWY. Oh boy. Alabama man just says, just call QQs. Look what the VIN on my looks like the VIN on my truck. Thank you. Phantom Luke for 5 says, OG3 is the only alphabet password. Everything else is either a culture problem, the new Canadian edition, or a mental disorder. Mic drop, bone in. That's 5 for bone in. Wiz for 1 says, LGBTHDTVWTFBBQ barbecue. Wiz for 1 says boneless. You guys are making me read all these freaking acronyms. Thank you.
I've like not had sleep in 3 days, and I'm having a hard time keeping up with this. Like a fever dream. LLQQ55BB.
Ranger George for 10 says, MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA+. On behalf of the British, we're sorry about Canada. We really dropped the ball there. Jared for 1 says, for the boneless wings. 1 for boneless. Gremlin for 20 says, can't wait for the 16th. Mouse PI for higher drops. I haven't been excited for a game in a long time. Yeah, I will be playing that too. That looks like a lot of fun. And we're caught up for now. I see there's still a lot more to go to, but I'll get to them in a minute.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, we actually, let's get a quick update real fast, Phoenix. Where are we at?
It got a lot closer. So we got $154 for boneless and $124.98 for standard bone-in wings.
Okay. All right. It is much closer here. We actually cover your ears, friends, guys, because we actually have a little bit of breaking news that is happening right now. This is very spicy. As YouTuber Karl Jobst, Karl is suing Billy Mitchell for defamation. Now, if you recall,
it was the other way around, right? Before
it was the other way around previously, right? Where Billy Mitchell sued Karl and he actually won the lawsuit. Mal, do you know this whole story behind Billy Mitchell and Karl Jobst? Okay.
I don't know who Billy Mitchell is, and isn't Karl Jobst a Minecraft streamer?
Okay, so Billy Mitchell is he is one of the guys from the 80s who was spectacular. One of the first like esports guys. He's the guy who is like they model all of the pro esports guys in movies after him, who they all take his hair. He's like the guy, he is a Donkey Kong world champion. He's been around for a long time. Now he has a hot sauce company. Karl Jobst is a YouTuber who focuses on speedrunning. And Karl made a bunch of videos about Billy, pretty much saying that Billy was a big fat liar and he was not actually doing his the real thing. He was using emulation and all sorts of things to fabricate his records. Okay. Fast forward now. Now Billy sues Karl. Billy wins, right? Karl has to pay a bunch of money to him. Now they're flipping it as Karl is suing Billy for defamation. Now we have the actual lawsuit right here. I just ran it through ChatGPT to give me a quick rundown of exactly what is happening here. Okay, ChatGPT says Karl is suing Billy for defamation, specifically claiming that Mitchell made false public statements accusing him of criminal behavior and fraud, which damaged his reputation and income. All right, the main claim is that Mitchell allegedly accused Jobst of bankruptcy fraud, illegal activity, claimed he scammed people via GoFundMe, suggesting he was dishonest, unethical, and criminal. Jobst says these claims are false and that a bankruptcy trustee found no wrongdoing. The fundraiser was legitimate and used for legal fees. This is probably the biggest one here. Unauthorized use of likeness. Mitchell allegedly used Jobst's image and name for commercial promotion. That is his hot sauce over here that he sells, Billy Mitchell sells. An intentional infliction, here it is, of emotional distress. Claims Mitchell's behavior went beyond criticism into harassment and damaging conduct, including mocking posts and imagery, right? So this is... okay, he's suing for defamation. This is an uphill battle, especially with it being filed in Florida, which is where Billy Mitchell lives, because Florida is a pretty free state, and getting any sort of defamation filed under this is kind of interesting. Phoenix, you're pretty familiar with Billy and this whole thing, yeah?
Well, I'm familiar with Billy Mitchell. I don't know if I know this case inside and out.
Right. Well, this is a brand new case. But I'm fascinated by this. I'm very fascinated by this. Because this is I don't know, it seems like petty, right? But we all, usually when there's a big lawsuit, like there was Mitchell v. Jobst, and that took place in Australia or whatever country he was in, there's usually some sort of countersuing afterwards. And I think you see this where there's these public spats online, right? Where I just feel like people need to shut up.
Yes.
Right? Billy took a victory lap over here. I'm not saying he's right or wrong in this situation, but you see this, like Billy is taking a victory lap and he's doing like promo code Karl or Karl lost, and he's using it to his advantage. And I think that's fine, right? But it'll be interesting to see how this goes, because like Smash, the waitress, they're in a legal dispute against each other. Just shut up. I feel like anything you say about that can and will be used against you in the court of law. And I wish Smash would just shut up when it comes to this stuff. I wish Mercante would shut up about the stuff, because that is a legal matter. And when it comes to illegal stuff, I just think everybody should just let the courts and your lawyers handle it. You're paying them a lot of money, and you will probably say something that will screw something up that they potentially are working on.
Well, I kind of feel like a lot of the times you can see who gets sued constantly and who doesn't. Usually the people, I think, with like you and I, who kind of feel the same here, like, don't say anything. You have to, it's best not to say anything, especially in a legal matter. And I think you see the loud, drama-filled, loving the attention, stuff like that, usually keep finding themselves in this situation. I think you and I would be filed as boring because we wouldn't say anything. We wouldn't be getting any attention. We wouldn't be making videos on it. I'm not saying pro or against. I'm just saying we wouldn't do that. So I don't think people would even usually kind of come to attack us, if that makes sense, because there's no drama either way. There's no attention coming either way. This is just
Right.
going to go right to the courts. That's where it should be, and get that settled and the end.
The legal angle of this, according to ChatGPT, is this isn't just they argued online. It's specifically defamation, meaning it was damaging to his brand and focused on provable false statements presented as facts. The bottom line is he's suing because he claims Mitchell falsely told the public that he committed fraud and illegal acts, especially around bankruptcy and fundraising, and kept repeating it despite evidence to the contrary, damaging his reputation and income. So he said it, double down, triple down, quadruple down, and kept going from there. I asked ChatGPT how strong of a case this looks like legally, and it says that it's overall a moderately strong case. It says in the facts in the filing, if the facts in the filing hold up, Jobst has a legitimate potential strong defamation case, but it's not a slam dunk because of the public figure / opinion defenses. Because Billy Mitchell is a public figure, Karl is a public figure, and there's a lot of gray when it comes to that. Like, am I a public figure? I don't know. Like, I'm a guy who's been online for a long time. Is Mal a public figure? Is Phoenix? Is Blabs? When you post something on X, does that immediately make you a public figure? At what is the threshold that makes you a public figure? Is it 5,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers, 500,000? These are all questions that I don't know, because some people look up to what Blabs has to say, and some people think she's an idiot, right? It's I'm just saying, like there are different levels to this. So
You've been looking at my tweets.
yes, I'm following you. Mal, when you hear all this stuff and you know nothing about this,
No.
what are your initial reaction to this?
I just kind of see it as like internet drama gone a bit too extreme. Like I mean, like I said, I know nothing about this, so I don't know how bad it actually is. But going to court's expensive, which I'm sure these people actually have the money to handle, but it's also a huge headache too. And I would need like an actual real reason other than drama to try to be able to go that far. Like, if the Billy guy won the first time around, just take the L, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, this is my like very vague, no clue what's going on.
I know
situation.
I was.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry,
Venus.
Craig. No, you go.
Well, no, I have a pretty good idea of what you think about this, Mal, and I have a great metaphor for it right there.
Yeah, maybe that's how I feel. Because I don't know, I don't really like internet drama. Like, my content is basically like pure political, then with a bit of game. I don't like, obviously, like behind closed doors. Do I talk drama on occasion? Yes, obviously, everybody does, right? But like publicly, it just always seems like such a mess to be able to do so. Because once you put one toe into the water, you just get immediately like dragged in, and it can cause so much damage to you if you do not handle the situation properly. And eventually, you will not handle one of the dramas properly at all. So it's just best to try to stay away from it, as much as you can, and just shut up, just shut up and leave people alone.
So he's not asking for a specific dollar amount up front. He's asking for whatever a jury decides, plus punitive damages and injunctive relief. So, we'll see whatever. Like, if he was to win, then he'd get some. It says what this realistically means in terms of dollars. If he wins modestly, between $50,000 and $250,000. If the jury buys the malice and strong harm, it'd be between $250,000 and $1 million plus for that. So if punitive damages hit hard, it could exceed $1 million. It's less common, but possible, according to ChatGPT. So
it's weird. Like, to me, these things are always interesting because, like, let's say you're a drama channel and like maybe you're like, I have no control. The problem with drama is I really don't have a whole lot of control over things. But if you can control your own drama and create the drama and then get sued, and then you keep making videos, you're going to do the opposite of like not talk. You're going to always be talking, constantly be showing like an update on what the lawyers are doing and this and that. You're generating money that way. It seems like for a person who enjoys this kind of genre, that it's kind of, I almost wonder if you get almost addicted to it because you get so many eyeballs on you. And the last thing I'll say real quick is I know nothing about what happened here, but I do, as far as Billy Mitchell, and maybe Craig, you can speak to this. Billy Mitchell always seemed like a smart, calculated guy in everything he did. And he's a ball buster, but he always seemed like he knew kind of where to toe the line. So I wonder, I bet you Billy is going to be fine in this if I've got his character right. He seems to know exactly how to go right on that line before it's a legal issue. It almost seems like he's always talking to a lawyer. I don't know if you would agree with that.
Yes. I think that Billy is a pretty smart cat. I've never actually met him before. Now, I guess I've met him through proxy in that back, 10, 15 years ago, back when we were doing our live event. He actually made hot sauce for our event. He pretty much put a new label on it for the event. I had it around here somewhere. I don't even know where it's at, but that's like his business is the Ricky's hot sauce over there. I think that he's, he talks about his meme online is I'm going to sue this person. This person needs to be sued. And it's all kind of like tongue in cheek, right? Talks about suing person X, person Y. But I think that he is a pretty calculated dude. He's not as dumb as he may look, and he very much understands his brand, and he's very protective of it. But I don't know. Yeah. I said in the chat, Lance says he seems ruthlessly smart. If that makes sense, right?
Yeah, like to me that's about right.
Yeah. Well, I am very interested in this story because I think a story like this, between Smash's lawsuit, between this lawsuit, the whole defamation angle, these when it comes to the internet could set a very interesting precedent based off it. And if Smash's lawsuit is settled before this lawsuit, it actually could be used as precedent in a situation like this. So that's why I'm intrigued by all this legal warfare when it comes to content creators. So, you know what I also am very excited about? Gremlin and Koi, which I just butchered your name, but I want to say thank you very much for the $100 super chat. Says, I'm from the land of the chicken wing, Buffalo, New York. There is no such thing as boneless wings. They're effing nuggets. $100 for bone-in wings right there. Unbelievable. Gremlin, let's stinking go. Blabs, read them off.
Okie dokies. Also, I just want to say it's 62 degrees out right now. Okay, very excited. The snow's melting.
What?
Anyway, it's 62 degrees out. The snow is melting. I'm very excited. Okay. Anyway, Jimmy for 5 said, what?
You get the Blabs gong for that one.
Why?
Hey, Mal, what's the temperature outside?
Roughly the same. It's a nice.
We've got a nice heat wave coming in from the west, moving in as we move into the east part of the side, right around. And somewhere in here is the 65 degrees where Blabs is somewhere in this area where Guam is. I don't know, that way. There you go.
Thank you very much, Weatherman Phoenix. Appreciate that. Excellent. Great to see. We always like to go cut to weather.
Listen, it was like real feel 14 yesterday morning, so it's nice. Okay.
Yeah, spring is the best season.
No fall is. Anyway, Jimmy for 5 says, I've been calling it LGBT+, but the P isn't for pansexual. Also, chicken nuggies. All right, so boneless for 5. Thank you very much. Inferno? I'm not sure. It's Infern 4. Says, bone and wings or nothing. The bone keeps chicken juicy and delicious. So that's bone for 5. Yeti for 10 says, screw that guy for burning down the TP factory unless it was a single ply. Also, how long until they run out of letters and switch to homoglyphs? Homoglyphs? I don't know. Thank you for that. Laguna Cloud for 10 says, I'll bring it up again. Queer theory is definitely not about sex. It's about being against the political norm. It's evil. They're using definitions to confuse you. Pookie Joe says for 5, bone in is overall better, but as a beard haver, boneless wins out for cleanliness and ease of eating boneless. Okay, 5 for boneless. Thank you. Fire Shaper G says, question, if they're missing or murdered, how exactly do the protests being excluded? Good point.
These are wonderful points, yes.
Corona Fan for 5's a PSA to anyone who uses butt wipes and has a septic system. I hope you enjoy your high plumbing bills from clogs and having to get your system pumped more often. I know from work experience.
Hey,
I guess Corona Fan is a plumber.
Can I say this right now? Last night, I had my
No.
What?
We're talking about like plumbers.
Plumbing,
and
yeah. I had to clean out my daughter's sink last night.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now, a 14-year-old sink, disgusting, horrible. Sorry, just wanted to point that out.
Sink, bro.
I'm sorry, I gonged myself.
Okay.
There we go.
Let me just timestamp that one.
Thank you, appreciate that. Don't. It's horrible.
Yeah, no, by the way, Craig, it's like a mind-blowing experience that you learn later on in life is that women's bathrooms far more horrifying than a guy's room.
Mm-hmm.
The worst. Yeah.
Far more horrifying.
Yes, people talk about like piss on the seats. No. I don't want to. I'll take a little dribble on the seat.
Like they get creative with where they're putting stuff. Like it is. Yeah, it's a horror show.
Okay. Yeah. Please continue, Blabs.
Anyway, Ace Liberty for 5 says, not only bone in, but flats only. Boneless are glorified chicken nuggets. Drums versus flats next. Keep up the great work, guys. All right, so that is bone for 5. Midget Menace. Fantastic name. I'm surprised YouTube lets you have that name. For 10 says, Craig and Phoenix will appreciate this. I got to meet the actress who played Areola in Not Another Teen Movie, Serena Vincent. She was also Maya in Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. # boneless wing supremacy.
Nice.
So
she was the one who had her top off in Not Another Teen Movie. She had her.
Yeah.
Hence the name Areola.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
It is funny. Gaia for 10 says, personally, MMIW is my favorite. Sexuality. Anyways, put this for bone and chicken. So that's bone for 10.
Okay.
Dan for Canadian 20 says, boneless chicken wings are great, but I like actual bone-in wings so much better and delicious. So we got 20 for bone.
Let's go.
Revenant for 5 says, you guys should get Legal Mindset on the show sometime. He can answer all these legal questions for you. Torgo the White for 2 says, bring on Potentially Criminal. He's covered this.
The new case? It just happened.
It just happened. It was just published today.
Thank you, Torgo.
Nathan for $4.99 says, to me, this is Carl refusing to take the L. He spent years telling people he had Billy Mitchell dead to rights, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And Commodore Fan for 5 says, Billy should have just took his win and moved on. As far as Smash JT, he should just shut the fuck up about the waitress. It's one of the reasons I've just stopped watching his channel. It's annoying. Thank you very much.
All right. Let's get a quick update, Phoenix, because I know we're moving along here.
Yeah, we are. All right. The tables have turned. Here we go. $174 for boneless, but $264.98 for the now new winner so far, standard wings or bone-in wings.
Wow, that is very, very impressive. All right, before we move on to our next story, which I am very excited to talk about this one, I do want to let you know that once again, today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Rumble Wallet. We talk about this all the time. Did you know that YouTube, they take 30% of all super chats? When you subscribe to somebody over on Twitch, they take 50% of your money going to the platform right here, not with Rumble Wallet. When you support a creator with Rumble Wallet, 100% of your money goes to support them, their content. From a creator's perspective, that's awesome. From a viewer perspective, it's awesome. Rumble Wallet is a spectacular alternative to all the nonsense out there. Once again, we talked about this yesterday. It's a great opportunity for you to have your money, right? People, this is not a thing where a bank can just take your money. It's your money when it's in there. I know that sounds crazy, but it is yours. You can do what you want with it, which is great. And in this situation, it's about supporting. The tip will show up directly into our chat. We'll read it off. It'll show up also on my phone in real time as soon as it happens. You get a little alert right there. And to download it, you go to wallet.rumble.com or go to any app store, the Android or the iOS app store, and check it out. I promise it is a really great, just download it for free. It's not even a paid thing. It's an amazing way to get rid of the middleman and help the creator economy. That's a big win for us and a big win for you. Shout out to Rumble once again for making this disruptive technology. That is what we're all about here on Side Scrollers, creating alternatives. That is what Rumble Wallet is. Thanks again for sponsoring our show, guys. Once again, they support us, so you guys support them. Appreciate you guys. All right, let's go and move on to this. Hey, Mal, did you ever listen to Sugar Ray?
Not really, other than the radio songs.
Okay.
So I know them, but like I don't like listen to them.
I bet Blabs, I bet you know all the Sugar Ray songs, huh?
I actually don't know who Sugar Ray is. I'm googling them right now.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you would recognize it when you hear like
the
the
fly.
Yeah.
She may not know it.
No, I'm sure she's heard.
Someday. Da 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 da.
Right.
Someday sounds very familiar.
Yeah. It was.
If it wasn't in Shrek, it may have been in Shrek. Then she would know it.
Thank you for resorting me just to my intelligence of Shrek.
I'm not questioning your intelligence. I'm saying your pop culture.
Someday. Yeah, listening to Someday Sugar Ray. I totally know them. Yeah.
So they were they started in 92. They kind of rose to prominence in the late 90s, 1997. They had a couple big hits. Mark McGrath, who was the guy, I think he actually hosted like Extra or one of those like TV celebrity tabloid shows.
May I just stop? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Someday was featured in the first Shrek movie, just by the way.
So of course she knows it.
There we go. Look at her.
Whatever, man.
So they've been around for a good while, to say the least, going on 30 plus years. Well, there's a video that was going out, going viral. This is from this guy, Vince Langman. He's like a MAGA influencer over here. But I'll tell you what, this dude, this is, we'll talk about his take in a second. Wow, Sugar Ray is doing gigs at pavilions and theme parks. Sad. This is the video here. He's going around. I'm pulling it down because I don't want to get flagged. But he's going around. He's taking pictures with people as he's singing. He's having a great time. This guy's FaceTiming his wife or sister or whatever, while he's going around doing all this stuff, having a great time. This is at Epcot at Disney World, and he's out there doing this. This guy says this is sad. What are y'all's thoughts on this? Because I think this is awesome, actually.
I don't know if I'd say awesome. I would say,
right. Maybe not awesome. That's right.
Look, I always think these things are kind of just, they are a little sad from a perspective of like, wow, how the mighty have fallen. This guy went from, incredible, tens, and now it's like, roller coaster moms, But that said, look, work is work, whatever. This isn't really surprising for me because if you followed his career, he was obviously a big to-do in the music scene. And then he went to work in like E! Entertainment, or I forgot one of those like drama channels. So he left the music. It appeared he left the music industry for a while. And so this is not surprising. It's a little sad, but hey, work is work. Godspeed, good luck.
Well, I think when it comes to this, he's out there, he's performing, he's having a good time, and he's doing it for the love of the game, I suppose, at this point, right? He's out there, he's been doing this for 30 years. He's not 20 years old anymore. He's probably in his 50s or so while he's out there. I saw this, and I actually thought this was a really good analogy, right? This is the same type of moron who shits on former TV wrestlers for working like independent wrestling scenes, right? This was probably one of Sugar Ray's easiest paydays. If you're getting paid for your craft and more importantly enjoying it, it's a win no matter where it is, right?
Right. That's how I kind of look at it. But it's still a little sad because when you think back to the heights of what this person was, or any of these celebrities are, and then you look at now it's a theme park, you know, there's a vomit bag next to someone. Like then it's just a little sad.
Yeah, they don't have like, thousands of people cheering for them, screaming when they walk in, the whole flashy show. But I mean, it's still a show. And as long as he hasn't wasted all the money that he got from all his hits, because he had like what 4 or 5 at least radio songs that I know of. As long as he didn't waste it on like drugs and hookers like they normally do, and he's he should be able to live comfortably, and he's still performing. So I mean, he's probably fine. Like,
Eventually, we'll be doing a Blabs versus like at a bingo hall, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. yeah.
I've never actually get to win bingo. Can I please try?
Yeah, Blabs won't even show because she's too busy playing bingo.
right. And that's just it. Like we're like Blabs versus it'll be a grandma on the back calling 074, and she's like, oh, I can't beat Sonic 2 right now. I got to go in. And by the way, Sonic 2 Blabs versus this weekend on the channel. Just says up. By the way, Mark McGrath, his net worth. Let's play the game. Let's do it. Let's get a little production value here, Phoenix, if you wouldn't mind. Blabs, Mark McGrath, lead singer of Sugar Ray, performing at Epcot right now. The net worth, what do you think it is?
Ooh, probably like 10 million minimum.
Oh, wow. 10 million. Okay, sounds good. Mal?
15? I don't know, actually.
All right. Phoenix?
His net worth in total.
Yes.
35 million.
Wow, that's all incredibly high. Estimated net worth between $6 and $8 million.
That makes more sense.
Right. Which, thank you very much, Phoenix. Yeah, I am intrigued by that. Like, for me, this is like about the love of the game right here. And he actually responded to this guy. He says, to be honest, Vince, I'm grateful for every gig we get. And to everyone who shows up after all these years.
Attaboy, that's the proper response.
That's class.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is class, right? Absolutely. And I appreciate that. I would say, look, when you do those big shows and your goal is to get 20,000 people set up for all that stuff, or 15,000 people in a giant arena, you're paying for all that. You're paying for the fireworks. You're paying for everything that goes into that. I would actually say a gig like this, where they just pay you to come out and they put a background track on and you sing and you dance and you take pictures and stuff, that's probably the most low pressure gig you can possibly have, because you don't have to worry about all that stuff. You give them the background track, you come out and you say, hey, everybody, and you do your 30 minutes, and then you say au revoir, and then you're done. You cash your check and it's easy breezy. I think that's like living the dream, if I'm being totally honest with you, regardless of how big the audience is. I think that's great. But I don't know. Like, people are so quick to tear people down, and I thought that was a pretty shit take, if I do say so myself. So, anyways, there's my thoughts on Sugar Ray, which is why I know all you guys really come to the show on a day-to-day basis to hear my thoughts.
What does Craig think of Sugar Ray? These are the big questions.
Yeah, their best song isn't even listed. It was from that same album that got them super big, but it's like there was like their 4th radio hit. It only had like a 2-week shelf life. I don't even remember what it's called, but I like it. I'll find it on Spotify or something.
Yeah, they were pretty good. It's funny. I think they were originally something like a hard punk band or something like that, and then they went super kind of poppy, and that's when they found their success. And then I was surprised that he just kind of left it. He went into entertainment or something like that. I found that all very confusing, because I bet you he probably could have done a reunion, and he may not have got a stadium, but I think he'd probably get something fairly big. Nowadays, I don't know.
A Sugar Ray reunion. Well, I don't think the people from Sugar Ray really know. Like, nobody knows who Sugar Ray is outside of like the lead singer. So I don't know doing a reunion, but they have those like 90s tours and 2000s tours where they get a bunch of bands together.
You put them next to like Blink 182 and stuff, you got a great show. Yeah.
Third Eye Blind, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'll tell you what, we are going to get to this Ocarina of Time thing here in just a little bit. I know, Mal, you're very excited to talk Zelda. Very excited for that. But first, I want to get this story really mainly because of the way Blabs titled it. Blabs titled this in the run sheet, Two fat bitches who think they are brave. Thank you, Blabs. Let's see these two fat bitches who think they are brave. Here.
I knew Blabs was the one that titled that as soon as I saw it.
Ah, yes. Ah, protesting. Okay. So you got people still sitting for the national anthem here. Is this the idea that they think they're so brave right here?
Yeah, they think they're so cool and edgy, but they don't stand up. They're like, we're not about that. Oppressive America.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I just don't think the bitch can stand up, personally.
Also, if you go back to the other chick, if you angle it towards, it looks like her rack is literally the biggest fucking thing in the world. Like, is that her arms or is that her rack? Like, good God.
If that's her rack, that's not natural.
I mean, it's when you're that fat, it does naturally grow and be that big. Not exactly attractive, but they do get quite massive when you're that.
Those are like boulders, bro.
That's I don't think that. I think it's got to be our arms. Got to be, right? Or maybe
Anyway,
she has
those
her
are two
knees.
fat bitches.
Yeah, either way, it's
Really
two fat
fat.
bitches who think they're doing something here, but in reality they're not, right?
She needs to shave her mustache. Thank you.
And by the way, this is in Arlington. This is in North Texas at the Texas Rangers ballpark here. You know? That sucks. That sucks to see, and I wish somebody would say something to him. Be like, "What are you doing?" You know? Like, stand up. This is not about you. Stop making it about yourself. You know, but that's the thing that these people don't understand. It's not about them. They want to make it about them, that they're making some sort of statement, but they're not even thinking about literally the millions of people who have died so they can go to the ballpark and not stand up, right? The people who have sacrificed. But hey, goes back to that narcissism. It always goes back to the narcissism with these people. Always. What do you think?
Yeah, if somebody were to actually try to confront them, they would just start reeing and screeching about how it's a fascist country and they, fuck America, all this stuff, even though they're at a baseball game, which is a very American sport, but a huge part of our culture. At least it used to be back when sports ball was a little bit more respected here. But because they don't care, they're extremely selfish. The non hates America. Because it stands for white supremacy, and her friend right beside her's got that white guilt and hates about sitting, I should say, with her friend to help protest and fight against the fascism. Just typical woman trying to be victims as always.
Yeah, well, you said it. You said, what do you think we do in a situation like this? Do you just point and shame them? They like to go, shame, shame. Do you think you do the exact same thing to them?
I'd probably give them a bell because they're cows.
Labs? All right. What about you, Phoenix? What do you think you do?
I don't. I don't think there's anything you can do with these. They're obviously, they're very, very heavy. They've been eating very, very well in a country that apparently they hate so much. They've obviously been doing well enough that they can be so fucking rotund that their asses mold around the seat. Honestly, I think their lives are punishment enough, and there's not much we have to do. Everyone there loves the country, wants to enjoy the game. You know what? Let them sit in their own fucking ass juice. Just let them.
It's also fair that, if you say something to them, they might accidentally eat you. So,
that is true.
I don't want to be eaten.
That is true.
Yeah, just stomping, just chomping the air.
Yeah.
Well,
that requires too much movement. They have to actually get up and then actually attack and then roll over and then trip over themselves and go down the hill into the field. It wouldn't work out well for them.
Well, I'll tell you this. I found this person's account over here on TikTok, and this tells me everything you need to know. From LA to Dallas, she is not a Texan.
There's so much filter on her profile photo as compared to what's real life. Oh my gosh.
Essentially a different picture.
Yeah, that's...
Still fat.
Get that Fat
Oh
bag
my
of shit.
god.
Look at that.
How
Look at
many
that
rolls
thing.
does she have?
All of them? All of them? All of them? Yes.
She's all the roles.
Yep. So, but hey, I'll tell you what, this certainly hasn't stopped her from going to baseball games. Oh, look at me. By the way, once again, she's still paying to go to these games. Still paying to go to all of them. Hey, can we stop? I'm sorry, lady. You are not a creator. You are not an influencer. Nobody gives a damn about
She's
you.
got 400 followers. She's
Disaster.
doing so well.
Yes. Disaster.
Yeah, she definitely is a disaster.
She
Look at
sure
that.
is, Blabs.
Oh, well, look at that hashtag. Black Lives Matter.
That's right. Make it about me. There it is. It's always about me.
Ugh.
I wonder if she's friends. I'd love to see her friend over there.
Yeah, Sir Tits a lot.
Yeah, yes. Well, hey, let's go to something a little bit lighter at the ball game.
Yeah, a
here.
different woman, perhaps.
Yeah. No. A sweet little puppy dog was at the Seattle Mariners game. The irony of going from something that is in Texas to Seattle to get something that is positive. Look at how happy Phoenix is for this.
I love little puppies. What's that dog doing?
He's going to devour a full hot dog. Let's see him
Just
go.
watch this hot dog.
Look at this in Seattle.
Look at his hat.
I love him.
Oh, enjoying that
His little
dog
hat.
with the fun and everything. It's got ketchup, mustard. Oh, it's got salt.
Oh, there go puppy dog. Let's go. Oh, my gosh.
I love him.
I don't know how I feel about putting the hat on the dog.
No, it's bad, but he does look cute, though.
Yeah,
I really like how that guy, the Asian guy, is just on his phone, not giving a shit, but right behind him is a dog eating a hot dog. Like, dude, look around. Entertainment's right there.
I'm
That
with you
dog's
on
having the time
Bones.
of his life.
Right. My God, that's the greatest thing you could possibly give a dog is a hot dog. Yeah.
This is going to be weird, but every time I see a dog, I'm always happy I have hands. Like everything they have to do, they have to pick everything up with their mouth. And I'm just like, I'm so thankful for hands.
They really care.
No, I know they don't. I just look at them like, that seems hard.
Do you cut up your dog's food with like a knife and
Gong.
a fork? Here you go, baby.
I have to, but my dog doesn't have any teeth. And so he's got really soft food. I had to put them in the microwave to help warm it up.
Oh, you're a good puppy dog mom, aren't you?
Yeah.
Let's
I mean,
go.
he's like 15 years old, so the poor boy needs a little assistance.
Oof. I had to say goodbye to our puppy dog right before
sad.
Christmas of all things. It was
jeez.
the worst.
Oh.
So sad. But
sorry,
yes.
man.
30th will be 2 years for me. Woo.
Oof. Well, and, you like your puppy dog was your life.
Yeah,
So-
I got her when I was like 11.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
she ended up going away when I was like 20, almost 27. Yeah.
Everyone, let us know your puppy dog's name in the chat. And if you don't have a puppy dog, go buy one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doggos are best.
Doggos
Yes.
are the best kind of dogs. I love it. Bentley came in as a member for 50 months. That's 50.
Wow.
Says she's not the creator because she ate the creator.
You know,
Thank
he gets
Bentley.
boobs for that. That's impressive. 50 months. There you
Yeah,
go.
50 months. Let's go with that. Why Incarnate came in with a tier 1 sub for 9 months. That's a side scroller's baby. Says, I see I am born. Hi, world. Thank you, Why Incarnate. Appreciate your birth over on Twitch right there. All right, Blabs, we're going to get to some hardcore gaming here in just a second here on the #1 video game podcast on God Green Earth. But before we do, Blabs, why don't you get a few super chats pulled up?
All right, Aiden for 5 says, hey guys, just watch a new Instagram reel from the Texas Rangers promoting their new baseball jersey. It's all red and has the word Tejas, Spanish for Texas, which is Mexican theme. Must buy. Well, I hope you get it. Man be shopping. All right, Marmalin for 10 says, used to clean bars at night. Men's bathroom, cigarette butts and urinals, some piss splashes. Female's bathroom, dead whale smell, blood,
Yep.
piss, and shit everywhere.
Yes.
Savages. 10 for
Yep.
boneless. Ew.
Savages.
Ew, bro, ew. Richard for 5 says, I want to get your opinion on this. Last days of Microsoft just for your sale. 1 terabyte Series X for $395. Too late to buy one or wait for Project Helix. Oh, I don't know.
The question is, should he buy a Series X or wait for Helix? That's the
Yeah.
question?
Yeah,
Oh, I would
so
wait
he's
for
a 1
Helix.
terabyte Series X for $395.
Yeah, no,
or wait.
I would definitely. This generation, I think I probably am not in the minority. I think everyone's saying it. This generation sucks. I would wait.
Gabe for 1999 says everyone involved in the warehouse fire is at fault. The man committing arson, the greedy CEOs, and California's policies. It's important to understand how someone can be pushed that far. Phoenix is right about copycats. Lord Marshall for 10 euros says hashtag Dino Nuggies rule. So is that boneless? I think that's boneless.
Yes, that's boneless.
That's 10,
absolutely.
10 euros for boneless. Planet Will for 10 says I worked as a bar back for the day for the Roxy on the Sunset Strip. Let me tell you, when I say the type of horrors I had to endure cleaning the women's restroom was extensive and traumatic. Go bone in. That's 10 for bone. Togo the White for 1 says potentially criminal covered the Mitchell vs. Job case before, so he knows all the deep lore. He's going to start covering this new Jobs vs. Mitchell case.
All right.
Commodore for 2 says Mark is making a steady paycheck and doesn't have to travel all over the country or world as often for concert dates. So there's something to say for that. It's like the Vegas act. So thumbs up to him.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Commodore fan.
To me, I look at it as sad, but good. Like it's sad but encouraging. Like it is sad because you remember the heights that you were once at, but good on you for continuing to do it.
It's like aging gracefully. Like you
Right.
had your youth and you had your fun and you're able to get everything you wanted done. And then as you get older, you just kind of slow down and you appreciate the memories and what you've built, and everything's good.
Yeah.
Okay, the art school dropout for 5. Another band with nostalgia looking at is Bowling for Soup. Where now the lead singer is the voice of Chuck E. Cheese and they do Phineas and Ferb opening. Good to know. Dave for 5 says Sugar Ray was one of the best boxers ever. He won in multiple weight classes.
That's not the same Sugar Ray.
Commodore for 2 says these ballpark bitches are typical fat, ugly California liberal heifers who live miserable lives. We need to stop giving them attention. Danny for 5 says, Craig, I went to a Stars game last year in Dallas and some Canadian booed during the national anthem. Whole place snapped towards the person and an officer went and stood next to them. These people are insufferable.
That's how you handle them.
That's
how you handle
amazing. Should have beat him up. That's 5 for bone in, by the way, Phoenix. Marvelin for 10 says, Asian guy was like, I don't play with my food, Blaps. Anyway, that's 10 for boneless. He's talking about the Asian guy for the golden retriever hot dog. Ranger George for a member for 16 months says, my pupper is a Leonie. Or Leonie? She's a collie mixed rescue from Albania. We've had her for about 16 months now after our previous dog passed away. And we are caught up right now.
All right, Phoenix, where are we at right now with our bone-in versus boneless challenge?
All right. It is $204 for boneless and $279.98 for your standard bone-in wings. Very close. This is very close. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of our more intense ones in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Mal, how are you feeling about this with the bone-in? You feeling pretty good about that?
Oh yeah, I'm actually quite happy. I fully expected the boneless to actually win for convenience factors, but apparently, chat's pretty base and knows how to return to tradition.
That's what it's all about, returning to tradition right there with the traditional bone-in wings. All right. Hey, as the #1 video game entertainment podcast on God's green earth, it's time to do a little hardcore video game action. And I'm very excited to talk about this with Mal. Did you have you heard the rumors, Mal? Have you heard the rumors?
Yes, I have.
Let's go ahead and take a look real quick. This is courtesy of GameSpot.
We are supposedly getting an Ocarina of Time remake for Switch 2 this fall. This information comes from Nate the Hate, a notorious Nintendo leaker. However, this leaked information has since been corroborated by VGC that claims it has heard the same from its own sources. In addition to the news that for the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda, we'll be getting an Ocarina of Time remake this fall for Switch 2, the leaks also claim that we will be getting a Star Fox game this summer, which makes sense considering that Star Fox is being included in the Super Mario Galaxy movie voiced by Glenn Powell. According to the leaks, this Star Fox game will supposedly feel very classic, will have impressive visuals, and feature an online multiplayer component. These leaks also talk about the next 3D Mario game, and that we won't be getting a 3D Mario title this year, but we should expect it in 2027. The leaks claim that we shouldn't expect a new big Nintendo Direct until June of this year, where we'll also receive new details on games such as Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave and Splatoon Raiders, as well as details on Switch 2 editions of games like Pikmin 4 and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. I don't care about all that stuff. What I care about is the Ocarina of Time potential remake here. Mal, you are a big Ocarina of Time and Zelda fan. We talked about this pre-show. She literally perked up and got super excited. Tell me about, like, if we saw an Ocarina of Time remake, number one, would that excite you? Number two, what do you expect to see from that remake?
I mean, Ocarina of Time, hot take, it's not actually my favorite Zelda game. Like, I like it. It's good. But like it's not my favorite, but I would probably still buy it just because I like buy the slappa there.
Well, by the way, which is your favorite game? Sorry, which was your favorite?
So 3D Zelda is actually Skyward Sword, I know. And then 2D Zelda is Minish Cap.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Minish Cap, huh?
I fucking love Minish Cap. I've replayed that game so many times.
Wow. Okay.
Minish Cap is great.
Okay. Interesting. Phoenix, what about you? What's your favorite Zelda game?
For me, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think it actually is the remake of Link's Awakening. I really, really love that game so much. Yeah, especially the remake version of it. I love the quirkiness of it, the clear inspiration from Twin Peaks, the David Lynchian undertones, the music. I like that it's a overhead Zelda. But I love the kind of toy look that it gave. Prior to that, I would say Ocarina of Time. I think it's a boring answer, but I think that's the right one for me. So it's that and Link's Awakening.
And
I'm very excited for this, by the way, too.
Oh, you're excited for the remake, or for?
Yeah.
It's not. By the way, it's not a remake, or it's not a remaster. It's a
it's
remake.
a remake. Yeah,
yes,
that's what I'm excited to see.
Right. So I notoriously, back in the Screw Attack days, reviewed the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. And there have been several points in my career where I've gotten an extreme amount of hate. That was one of them. And my review essentially was, the game is great. The visuals are fun. It just doesn't belong on a 3DS, right? If you're going to do it, let's do it on a home console, right? And we had a buy it, rent it, F it. And I think I said F it because you couldn't rent 3DS games at the time or something. I don't know, whatever it was. But as like, I like the game. It's just I don't like the console that it's on. And that was pretty much the premise of the review. And people hated me for that. I would be very intrigued by an Ocarina of Time remake. For me, Ocarina of Time, I know people are like, it's the greatest Zelda game ever. Not to me. Not to me. I understand what it did at the time, as far as Z targeting and adding all sorts of elements that we use in modern gaming today. Like, it was the first for a lot of those things. But I do think that there were some definite things that could be improved upon. I would love to see them, if they were, if it was the same game, 90% with like 10% quality of life increases, upgrades. That's what I'm interested in seeing. But is that a remake or is that a remaster in that situation?
That's a remake that sticks very closely to the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope for a new, like, I would go, no, okay, we have that game. Now let's bring it to this time period. Make some changes if you want. I mean, keep it, don't go crazy. Fix the camera, as you said, quality of life. But you know what? Also, I don't know. I'd like to see what else you could do in that world, or maybe at the very least, I have a solution. Give us the remake as is, standard game, and then give us some DLC. Like, go crazy. Think of some really cool new dungeons and stuff like that, and kind of play with it that way. That way, we have the original if we want, and then we can go and do something new also.
You know what's amazing about this, and Mal, I'll be curious if you've seen these things like this where you could play 4K with the texture map and stuff on your PC. Have you seen these where they take these? You ever played any of these before?
I have not. No.
Like, you see,
but
these
they do look
online.
nice.
Yo, of course, yeah, looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really, really nice. And obviously, these are not Nintendo official by any means, but Nintendo usually slaps these things down because they do have plans to drive more nostalgia out of people and ultimately their money. from this, but I don't know. Do you think that it'll look better or worse than what we're seing right now?
It'll look way better. I think they're going to go with a different art style. I think all of these things, that the art style there, I would argue, was an art style that lent itself to the technology of the 3DS. So they had to go for a certain polygon look. They had to kind of have certain rounded shape. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to bore you with details. But it was an art style in reflection of the hardware. With the Switch 2, which is what I imagine they're targeting, it's kind of the sky is more the limit. And you'd be able to kind of probably add a unique look to it, which I'd like to see. Again, because we have the original. Now I say, play with it a little bit. I don't need it to be one. For me personally, I do not need it to be one for one. I'm hoping they do something kind of cool with it.
I hope they actually stay closer to the original. I don't really like them changing up too much, personally myself, because then I feel like if depending on how far they go, it actually strips it away from the actual base game and what it's supposed to be. Especially with the art style, like obviously update it to make sure it's like for 2026 or 2027 if it actually does release then. But like if they actually completely change the art style, depending if it looks good, then great. But if it's like that toy art style that you mentioned, Link's Awakening had,
sure,
I do not like that art style. I hate that personally myself, which I don't think they will because they've been saving it for the 2D. 2D
yeah,
games
you
that have
couldn't
been
really
ported.
do that with this. But
Yeah.
mhm.
But like still, I don't know. I personally don't want them to change too much myself because I'm scared. Like I just want it just updated graphics, a little bit of quality of life, and that's about it.
Chat, what do you guys think about this? I'm very intrigued to hear y'all's thoughts on it. Like I see a lot of people saying cash grab, right? My gut says that they're going to kill this because this is, there's Mario number 1 and Zelda is definitely, I would say, Nintendo's number 2 franchise, right? It's Mario then Zelda, I think. Can everyone agree on that? Pokemon, yeah.
Pokemon be number 1. But yeah,
they need a
Mario,
Resident Evil
Zelda.
2 this. They need to the way that Capcom made the Resident Evil 2 remake was a masterpiece. And then what they did also with Resident Evil 4. And there was some changes in those games that was not exactly one for one. So if they can do something like that, and I think Nintendo's going to treat this with respect. I don't think this is going to be, personally, I don't think this is going to be a cash grab. And I also just want to throw this real quick question out, potentially even for the chat here. If this is I imagine going to be a big launch, I don't think this is a quiet launch. I think this is a big launch. And it is, then my question for everyone is, is this going to usher in a return to form on the next Zelda to go back to an Ocarina of Time type of design? Are they abandoning the open worldness of Breath of the Wild and Tears? That's what I want to know is after this now, where is this going? Is this them saying, okay, moving forward, we're returning? Or we're going to continue with the Breath of the Wild? I
kind of hope they do kind of return. I literally did love Breath of the Wild. I didn't care for Tears of the Kingdom as much because I don't really like crafting and building myself. I'm sorry, I'm a woman. And it just really bogged down the game, in my opinion. So, and I feel like they've, I don't know. Tears of the Kingdom itself wasn't bad, but it's definitely trying to leech off of Breath of the Wild success there. And I don't want them just to keep on doing that. I want them just to make a Zelda game. Go save Zelda from Ganon or Ganondorf or whatever, evil corrupt being is it. If you want to bring back Vaddie, for example. Yeah. And then, just and make some sort of story from there. Because the Zelda games always have a great story. Now, obviously, they made so many of them, so it might be a little bit harder in the modern day. But, they can do it. They just need to, return to tradition.
For me, I don't think they're ever going to go back to the traditional Zelda style. I think that the Ocarina of Time open world, the Breath of the Wild open world, that is the direction of Zelda with all 3D Zeldas moving ahead. I think they publicly said that was the direction when they made Breath of the Wild. They said this is how Zelda is going to be moving ahead. So no, I think that the 3D Zeldas will function like that. I think there'll be less crafting. I agree. I think the crafting was pretty tedious. It was, you saw a lot of really fun, creative things.
Really creative.
Yeah, very creative. But for, I think most people, it's kind of a bore. You want to get from point A to point B and beat the game and finish it. But so there you go. Rumors later this year. Ocarina of Time remake. Yes. No.
Another rumor I heard is that part of the Ocarina of Time launch on the Switch 2, they're gonna have a special edition Switch 2 to go with it that's Zelda themed.
Oh,
That's what I heard. Which, not gonna lie, I'm a little bit upsetty because I did buy the Switch 2 already, so I could play for some games on stream. And I would actually really love a Zelda version of it instead, but like I've already got the Switch 2, so I can't justify it. But I would like that because I have the Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds Special Edition 3DS myself. So, and I have like special Joy-Cons for the original Switch 2 that were Skyward Sword themed. Anyway, I really like Zelda.
I love it. I love it. Like I said, when we first brought it up, you were like, yes, it was excellent.
I could yap about Zelda for a very, very long time if you let me.
Well, I love that your favorite game was a non-traditional Game Boy title. Like that's pretty cool.
That was one by Capcom, correct?
Yeah.
British Cap, yeah.
Yeah, Capcom's got great games on the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. I haven't played all of them, but it is my life goal to play all the Zelda games, and I've probably played about like half of them. I've played the original Zelda. I played most of Oracle of Seasons. Obviously Minish Cap. I keep on going back to Minish Cap. Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Link Between Worlds, Link to the Past, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. God, and I feel like I'm probably forgetting a couple that I've also played as well. I'm obviously missing a lot too, but I want to play all of them.
The one game, the Zelda game that I need to play is the 3DS game. That's a sequel to Link to the Past. I have
Link Between Worlds.
Yes.
I have to play that. Everybody says,
"Oh, you'll love it."
Yeah, it's a good one. It's not my favorite, but it's a good one. Has a good plot twist, we'll say. That at least when I played it when I was a kid, I really enjoyed.
My two biggest holes, gaming holes, we all have like our dark spots. That game and Metroid Dread. Those are the two big
Dread,
games.
I'm going to be curious to see what you think. I stand by that. It's a great game. I hate it. It's a great game. I would give it like probably a 8.5 to a 9. Just saying like this is clearly everything I dislike in a game. But I know that if you love this is a good game.
Okay.
But I hate that game.
Well, chat, what is your gaming black hole or dark spot? Games that you need to play that are just kind of lingering back there. Let us know. Nintendo came in with $50. Says, I'm all for Nintendo updating graphics and updating gameplay. Just don't change the story. $50 to bone in wings right there. Nintendo, thank you very much for that wonderful support.
Thanks, Nintendo.
Let's go ahead and read these off while I get Nintendo on the wall.
All right, Hippie Tree Hugger for 5 says, I've got a bully pit. Her name is Waffle. She's 9 and hasn't really calmed down. Thank you for that. Reese for 2 says, I get that Nintendo feels the need to milk the Ocarina cow some more. It's not a bad game, but the fact that they have to give us the Saddle-of-You Zelda games, it feels outright criminal. Gold for 20 says, a great greetings to all draconic and human. I favor boneless since shards of bone fragments can break off in the meat. My sister had a Shih Tzu named Roxy. She was hella smart but ran off somewhere years ago. Still miss her. Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry. So that would be 20 for boneless. Nathan for $19.99 says, as Ocarina of Time is one of my all-time favorite games, I don't trust them with any kind of changes outside of quality of life because the gaming industry, especially Nintendo, has lost the benefit of the doubt. And then Commoner Fan for 2 says, I'm personally tired of the vast majorities of remakes and remasters. I can go back to play the originals if I want, but I really want new good games with new experiences. And I believe we're caught up for now. Oh, wait, no, another one just came in from Tinley on YouTube for 5. He says, speaking of Capcom, I never expected how massive Capcom was from 2000 to about pre-Wii release. Haunting Grounds, Clock Tower, Akame, Onimusha, etc.
You can go back further than that. In the 80s, Capcom was king. Capcom, Konami, my gosh.
Yeah, well, that's where they were at their top. Like, the games he was just saying were very, very niche. I don't think they did that well. The classics, we look back at, but during that time, they were not doing that great, if I recall.
Yeah,
I thought Akami was actually pretty popular though.
Akami,
yeah, because it's like basically a Zelda sim-esque game.
Yeah, Akami was big. Beautiful Joe. These are all Capcom titles, right? So, all right, real quick, before we get to gaming history, the new Mortal Kombat 2 movie trailer just dropped. Does anybody have any interest in that?
If you don't we get flagged for that every time?
It's not Warner Brothers, so therefore don't play it.
Okay, sounds good. Well, it's out there if you guys want to see it. Sounds good. All right, Phoenix, let's get an update before we go to the game today in gaming history. Sure. We are now in the 8th inning. It's almost go time, y'all.
Here we go. It is $224 for boneless. And it has fallen now because $329.98 looks to be in the lead of standard wings bone in.
Okay, you can see this is going to be a big fight to the end. Very much excited for that. I know, Blabs. Always want some chicken right there.
I like chicken.
I like chicken.
Of course you do. Why don't you go on a safari and find somebody?
I mean, my neighbors have chickens, but I can't go. I would never want to kill that one because it provides all the eggs that are in my fridge. It's amazing. I had eggs for breakfast, farm fresh eggs, so really good and yummy. You weren't asking, but I thought I'd share anyway.
Do you feel the need, Blabs, to, whenever you get uncomfortable, talk really fast and trail off quickly?
No.
All right, Phoenix, go put 5 minutes on the clock. Let's go. 5 minutes on the clock. We have, once the timer is done, bone-in or boneless wings will reign supreme because, as we know, April 9th, 2026 will be the ultimate decider. Today, they will look and say, that is the day on side scrollers that bone-in or boneless wings.
One of these they will be removed from every menu across the country. One of these options. Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings is watching us right now, freaking out.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, it's time for Today in Video Game History.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
That's me.
Okay, Blabs. What do you got?
All right, everybody, April 9th, that means
Oh.
Monster Bash was released in 1993. We have Crazy Taxi, Catch a Ride, released in 2003. And then Super Paper Mario was released on this day back in 2007. Ta-da!
Okay,
That's
let's
not bad.
go. Not bad,
Yeah.
Blabs. Not bad, except
Okay, it's a terrible list.
some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs. This April 9th include Leisure Suit Larry 3, Passionate Patty in the Pursuit of Pulsating
I couldn't fit that title in,
Pectorals.
now could I? So I skipped it.
Wait, that's why you chose not, because the
Yes.
title was so long?
Obviously.
You didn't want to type that out? You didn't want to copy
No,
and
I
paste
copy
it?
and paste, but then you'd have to resize the font to really, really small to be able to fit that entire thing on. So I was like, you know what? Monster Bash it is.
Wasn't
you
that
make
great
it,
game?
you're able.
Do you
yeah.
really? Do you really?
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessarily accurate. All right, thank you, Blabs.
That's my thought process. So
Alone in the Dark, the trilogy, released for PC in 1997. Right here. Midnight. Ooh, this is a big one. Midnight Club 2, released for the
that's
PlayStation. Okay, there you go. Released 23 years ago in 2003. Super Paper Mario. I've never been a big Paper Mario guy, except for Super Paper Mario on the Wii.
I own that one.
Love that game.
Because I think that was less RPG-ish, correct? Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And the soundtrack of that game, so good.
Yeah.
So good. Outstanding. Mal, are you a big Mario RPG guy or gal?
Not, not really. I don't really care for Mario too much. The only ones I've really liked were the two Galaxy games, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've heard good things about Paper Mario, and I remember watching the Game Grumps playing it, and that actually looks like a good game. But I like RPGs.
Then it's a little less. It's like a kind of action RPG-ish, which is I am not an RPG guy, never have been. For me, it's just the principle of I'm going to hit you and you're going to hit me. And then we're going to stand there and look at each other. And well, you know, like I've never been into that, at least turn-based RPGs. But I love Super Paper Mario. Phenomenal game. Kung Fu Panda Blabs, released for the DS. Very disappointed in you. You did not include this. I thought this was a natural fit. Blabs.
Well, I actually have never seen Kung Fu Panda before.
Yeah, there it is.
Really? Ayo, wait a second.
I know the music. The music's pretty good.
What?
It's Hans Zimmer.
Blabs.
That's the name. Don't worry about it.
Shocked. You've never seen...
Did you hit puberty just now? I'm shocked.
I am. Blabs, my voice only goes that high whenever I'm legitimately shocked about something. And the fact that you have never spent time and watched Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah. It's just never on my radar. I just never watched it.
Unbelievable.
The music's really good. There's a YouTuber out there called Samuel Kim, and he had collaborated Kung Fu Panda with other music from other movies and did like a giant mashup. It's really cool. So I know the music.
Cool. Some well, maybe we should have you watch that on the show or on Plus, perhaps. That'd be great. Another game that you missed today, Blabs. Guacamelee for the PlayStation 3
I
and
like
PlayStation.
avocados, so.
Well, see, it's a play on the words there, Blabs, right? Which I'm sure somebody would see this as problematic today.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But Guacamelee, great
Metroidvania.
Yep, very fun. These are the type of games that are sad because these were like download. I think it was a downloadable title, I believe, if memory serves correct.
Yes.
And like these games are just gone forever. You know, never play Guacamelee again. What a bummer.
Well, you can still get them on modern consoles digitally.
Oh, probably on Steam. Yeah.
Oh no, even on Switch and stuff. You can.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
F me then. Blabs, this one right here. I'm sure you're very excited about this. Maid Sama Cafe, anime boy services in cute outfits.
You know what? No, because I tried those other ones for the Nintendo and they were absolutely god awful. So this one's just another reskin of that, and I won't have it. What a waste of money and time.
Well, Blabs, if you wouldn't mind, just do a quick Google search.
No, this is rated G. It's for the Nintendo Switch. It's totally boring as hell.
Yeah, which is why I like for you to Google this really quick.
All right,
it's not proper smut.
Yeah, Maid Sama. What was it called? Cafe Anime Boys Nintendo Switch. I can't type. There we go. All right, there it is. Okay, I found it on the Nintendo website if it wants to load. Yeah, there's nothing really bad in here. It's just ironic because like they're really, really buff guys in like women's maid clothing, so I feel like they're a bit confused.
Oh, so they're like Hassan Piker.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Sounds good. Excellent. I would like to remind everybody that that game is on the Nintendo Switch, but the Great Rebellion got booted from that game. Got booted, which is just amazing to see for being problematic. Well, there is today in video game history. Blabs, let us know what you think.
I did great, thank you.
It's a good list. I think it was actually a really good list.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was really good, except she missed, Guacamelee, and she missed.
Yeah, I don't remember Monster Bash. Was Monster Bash? I think I'm confusing it with like a really popular NES title. Do you know what the hell Monster Bash is?
No idea.
All right, so maybe that's the only problem one.
Yeah, no, she missed Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, but that one was terrible.
Midnight Club. Oh, yeah, you know from your vast.
I know. I'm a big Leisure Suit Larry fan. Believe it or not. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And Midnight Club 2 was probably the biggest one that she missed. But all right, there we go. Let's get a final tally, Phoenix. I believe. Oh, hold on. We do have a couple. 10 Leak came in, says when you realize Super Paper Mario inspired Undertale and its successor. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. 5 for Bone Chickens. There's bone-in wings right there. And Game Hunter Serious came in with $5. Says 2D A Link to the Past, 3D Ocarina only because my siblings kept deleting my save file for Twilight Princess. My black hole is Xenosaga trilogy, even though I'm missing the third. I see. Thank you very much, Game Hunter Serious, for your gaming black hole. What are you looking at, Blabs?
I was reading the Rumble chat.
Okay. You look like you had a very puzzled look on your face.
Lost and confused.
Yeah, very, very confused right there.
I have 4 streams open, and I'm making sure I'm not missing any super chats.
It's true. She does. All right. Excellent. Well, Mal, what do you have going on besides playing Zelda games all the time, constantly?
I don't really have too much going on other than my normal streams. I have one like tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. EST. And then with Arch on his channel, we had the vampire campaign going on. I believe we have it this Sunday actually, because we do it every other week. And yeah, that's basically it, at least at this time.
Excellent. Well, we will put your information down in the description. I'm sure it's already there, which is great.
It is.
Awesome. Well, we will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time when we are joined by...
So we got a slew of people on tomorrow. So because Craig died tomorrow, we have Kay coming on board to help and assist. But then obviously we have Avara and Lady Decade as they're on every other Friday.
Yes, sounds good. Well, you'll see those wonderful ladies. And then on Monday, you'll have Phoenix and Blabs. What? I'm sorry, Blabs. What? Just felt the need
Playing
to
Monster
show everybody
Bash.
that.
No, I went to go and delete it to make room, but I accidentally clicked on it instead.
Sounds excellent. Well, thank you for that, Blabs. Wonderful job today, as always. Guys, if you wouldn't mind, do us... Yes, there she is, everybody. The third returned dragon right there. If you wouldn't mind, do us a favor. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. I would love for you guys to get outside, touch some grass. But most importantly, have a great rest of your day. And remember...
Before you do that, we should see who the winner is.
We got to announce. Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought I'm done. Yes. Oh, yes.
That's okay.
Phoenix, yes. Go ahead.
Here we go. Here it is. The final $224 for boneless.
Oof.
And that's it. The menus have been updated across America. $334.98 means that standard bone-in wings is the proper way to eat your wings. The winner, of course, bone in. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
In the great discussion of history today, April 9th, 2026, Buffalo Wild Wings will be removing all chicken nuggets off their menu to accept on behalf of Bone-In Wings the greatness of Mal. Hello, Mal.
I must say that I'm very proud of the Side Scrollers chat for understanding that, real men eat bone-in wings like the animals that you are. That this is how it's supposed to be. Once again, with Chesterton's fence, this is the natural course of how bone-in wings are supposed to be eaten, or wings in general should be eaten. And anything else is just modern slop. And it should be completely ignored. Okay, chicken nuggets is for kids and babies, and also McDonald's when you're having the munchies. So
Unbelievable.
I'm proud of you, chat.
What an absolutely killer acceptance speech. Putting down
Get
chicken
fucked,
nuggets.
Everybody else.
just giant middle fingers to everybody. Just great job, Mal. Way to go.
All my homies know where it's at.
Yeah, it's bones, apparently. Yes. Yeah.
We do have another super chat, by the way.
We do. Oh, Marmalin says, you see the No Man's Sky update? They added their own Pokemans. Uh-oh, the game turned out to be the best gaming deal. Wow. No, I did not see that. And I'm sure they can look forward to lawsuits soon from Nintendo, which is great. Thank you very much, Marmalin. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you guys being a part of our show today. I want you guys to have a great rest of your day. We will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time when I'm sure it's going to be an absolutely spectacular show. With that said, get outside, touch some grass, and remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Fatality.
Bye.